Okay, we got a 2005 Adventurer 38J. We're going to attempt to put in some new nylon bearings on the kitchen slide today. Let me go back here and see if I can show you why we need to do that. The aft end, back end of the slide, as you can see, the trim doesn't line up. It has dropped down probably 3/8 of an inch. If we get over here and look at this ram, hopefully you can see in there that the bearing pads are crushed on both sides. There's some pieces laying in the bottom that have fell out of it. That's just the front. We don't know about the rear. We got to run the slide out to see what they look like. So we're going to try to run it out, see what we got. Okay, here we are underneath. There's the gusset that we've got to take the bolts out of and pry out this way in order to get enough room between this and the ram arm to replace these blocks that's inside here. And get up here where you can see that block, hopefully. You can see that it has crushed and part of it has fell down, and we have this separation here now that I shouldn't have. See, I can't get my finger in this side, but I can this side. So this side is already out because the nylon piece is jammed up in there. So we'll be taking 2 screws loose up there, 2 bolts loose there, these 2 bolts loose, and the nuts off of this. Same on both sides. Then start from there. So we'll take all that loose now and then come back and let you see what we've got. Okay, a little update here. The top of this ram support and all are built a little different than Kevin's was. By taking these bolts loose here and these loose, did not loosen this whole apparatus at all. I have 2 screws here in the front instead of 4. Taking them out didn't. This piece here comes up and catches on this rail at the top. Kevin's didn't. His just bolted underneath here. So this mechanism never got loose when I took all of that out. But it didn't seem to cause any real trouble. We were able to get in here and do what we needed to do. Also, I had a piece here that bolted in with these bolts and screws here that fills in this cavity that Kevin didn't have on his. I've got that here. Let me find it right quick. Okay, here's the piece that extra I had that fits inside this here. That piece wasn't even on Kevin's. So not all of these are built the same, even though they both were 05 models. So also what we're having to do now, we put all of the new glide pads in, but did not put the shims in and line this all up until we got it all put back together. And then you can't do it. So we've had to spread this back apart now and go in here and get the shims put in. So that's what we're going to attempt to do now. Okay, we're all done. So you can see here where the shims go. They fit in there pretty nice. This gusset that was down here got warped a little bit, so I had to shim it so that I didn't pull this back apart. Now, we've been in and out a couple of times. Everything seemed to work okay. Now, let me get up here and you can see that my paint line, trim line fits much better now. Okay.